Now arriving at Ilias.
Hey everybody, we are live here for the second day, Chill Open 2018. We had some real exciting action yesterday, so pretty excited to see what we've got today. We've got our first match coming to you right here, My Chemical Throwmance versus That Blue Team, the very, very powerful team, of course, as everyone knows.
And of course, the Racer Brains legal team made sure that we got the trademarks in. So it's the trademark, That Blue Team trademark, the trademark.
All right, so it's just to go over the rules again. We are going for a first to two wins. First team to take 2 maps will be the winner of the match. And we have had the random map pick for our first map has landed on Lijiang Tower.
And Lijiang Tower is one of those maps that actually supports a wide range of compositions. It's going to be very interesting to see what the different teams tend to run, because you have Control Center that supports Ryan Zarya, and then you have Garden and Night Market, where you're probably going to want to see a little bit more of a Winston. So let's see what these teams have in store for us.
Looks like we might have some technical issues going on, so we might have a bit of a delay before we can get started. Well, yep, Hutter's left the game, so we're gonna have to wait and see if Hutter can make it back in. Of course, it is today the Swedish midsummer. Who knows what's going on over there? Could be anything. All right. Of course, we haven't seen either of these teams play yet. Hard to know what to expect.
What's interesting about My Chemical Throwmance is I think this is the first team that we're seeing that has a very high-ranked support player. Monocro, of course, just recently hit Grandmaster. We've seen teams with very high-ranked tank players. We've seen teams with very high-ranked DPS players. We saw Bittersteel and Jabba Fett tearing stuff up last night. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamics that come across having a very strong support player that can shot call as Monocro.
Yeah, of course. Blue team. A lot of solid players, just top to bottom. Looking to get a bunch of looking to get that consistent performance, and see. I know they've been putting in a lot of practice, so see if that teamwork is gonna work to their benefit here.
Yeah, I know they've been scrimming basically every day, so I'm actually really excited to see what kind of set plays they have forward. I'm sure they have a lot of interesting stuff planned for us.
All right. I am going to quickly go check and see if what's going on with Hutter. So I'll be back in a minute here.
Now arriving at Ilios.
All right, we are back. Everyone is ready to go. All the players are ready. So we're going to get started here. Lijiang Tower will be our first map. Both teams are ready. So here we go. We're about to get started with our first match of the day. First match in Group A. First chance to see these teams play off. Let's see how it goes.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
All right, so just waiting for the players to get loaded in here.
We got the always teasing Torbjorn and Symmetra coming in from that blue team. Unfortunately, that's probably not what we're going to see. Sorry, Ben.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A man can dream.
Just waiting for Monocro's computer to turn on, of course. Always a struggle.
Monaco's computer is owning.
All right,
There we go.
here we go. We have game ready to go.
It looks like we are indeed on Control Center, and of course, this is the map with the Husky Ruskies and their German friends. So we're going to see what these teams can make of this map. A lot of close quarters, a lot of gravitons. Let's see what happens.
Don't think you can say that. Let's see. All right, so blue team, of course, in the red colors. We've got, looks like they're going to be running a, triple tank with the Rein Zarya and the Diva. Racer Brain on the Hanzo. And the Mercy Moira combination. Interesting. No Lucio, but the Mercy instead. My Chemical Throwmance opting for a
Triple tank of sorts.
Pretty, what do I would say, pretty common composition on this particular map. The Rein Zarya and the Brigitte. The Junkrat to lay in that damage. Of course, HDD really famously did a lot of work with those rip tires in last year's tournament. See
Absolutely.
what he can do.
He was one of the breakout Junkrat stars in 2017. Let's see. This map is very strong for Junkrat, so we're going to definitely be keeping an eye on him to see what he can do.
Putting out that damage right up in the face of blue team. And goes down. Now, My Chemical Throwmance trying to move back onto the point, and they are getting the kills here. That Lucio advantage of getting to the point faster once again. They got that position they wanted.
Yeah, especially with that Junkrat, all Love could do on that Reinhardt was really back up, take a bunch of damage, and as soon as he fell down, then everyone else fell down after that.
Alright, so blue team marching up here.
Racer Brain on the McCree now, and he... goodbye, McCree.
Well, some things just happen this way. Shikami coming in, laying out those whip shots. And now the armor is going to come out from the rally. All of My Chemical Throwmance is going to get that armor. It's going to be that much more difficult to burn through all that health.
And of course, Gimbo already has that Earth Shatter, and Hip Flask already has that Coalescence, so there's a significant ultimate advantage going for My Chemical Throwmance.
We'll see if Love is going to be able to get into this doorway. He's really having some trouble keeping that shield up. Waiting for it to recharge. Alright, blue team looks like they're going to move in. Gimbo looking for that Earth Shatter. Stun comes in. There it is. That combo. So hard to stop.
That is the end of
Stun and the Earth Shatter. Once that Rein shield is gone, nothing to stop that Earth Shatter from coming through.
Silver linings for that blue team. They do have 3 ultimates right now, so that is something that hopefully they can just push towards the point, just bludgeon your way through. Let's see if we can make something of it.
Love with the charge doesn't hit.
It's gonna be hard with EV taking an early drop. They are committing everything they have to this fight, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like anything's coming of it.
They're not. Well, Hutter is going to touch the
The
point,
supports are back capping their owning.
but unfortunately, they did make it back in time. That's probably going to be it. EV not able to touch. My Chemical Throwmance looking strong on this first point.
It was a pretty dominant first point. Let's see if the compositional differences on one of the other two maps can tip the scales back into that blue team's favor. See if any compositional changes come.
Let's see. Depends on what we don't really know what that blue team. What's their comfort picks here? What do they really like to run?
We
They
see
didn't seem like they were able to do what they wanted on that first map, but maybe this more wide open
3, 2,
garden
1.
map will be better for them.
Capture.
oh, some last minute switches. We got Love on the Junkrat, and Hutter is now taking up the Reinhardt realm. Shikami, of course, on that Pharah. This is a very good map for Pharah. It's going to be up to the duo of Eevee and T-Gon to see if they can deal with Shikami.
Let's see. Hutter trying to get that position onto the point. Oh, gets taken
Hutter
out.
takes an
immediately.
early spill.
And that's going to be another early capture for my Chemical Throwmance. And looking
This is
really
a very,
strong here.
very aggressive push to see what they can collect as far as ultimates are concerned. Eraser Brain back onto that McCree. Let's see if he can find a little bit more success this time around.
Trying to keep Shikami out of the air here. Keep that damage from coming in on the flank. Riptire coming out from Love.
Oh,
Oh, taken out by HEB. Huge shatter from Gimbo. That's just going to be clean up once again. Another big win.
You know, people always ask me, when should I run Soldier over McCree or McCree over Soldier? Because they do seem to step on each other's toes a little bit. My answer to that is don't run either. Just play Widowmaker.
Always good advice.
Don't listen to your teammates that are telling you to swap because you aren't clicking those heads. Just play Widowmaker. Eventually you'll go.
Shikami looking for that rocket barrage.
Oh.
Oh man. All the damage comes through. Fight's over already.
Fortunately, Moira commits that coalescence, but it isn't really for much. Isn't really for much. She's gonna have to fade off that edge over there. And what's pretty significant about this is Throwmance has been able to secure these fights without really committing many ultimates. So they're actually holding onto the point with a significant ultimate
When
advantage.
these fights just use 1 or 2 ultimates. And that's it. Hutter with a huge shatter, but gets caught in the grab. No follow-up. Oh, but a huge self-destruct. Takes out 2.
HCD gets a
Shatter
little
from
bit
Gimbo.
too greedy.
Gimbo takes T-Gon off the map. How about that?
I didn't even notice his love on the Doom.
This is still
This is a
winnable.
pretty spicy pick right here.
Like, blue team are going to manage to convert the point over. EV with the Deadeye just to make sure Shikami doesn't get out alive. Big self-destruct there from Spooky Donut. Really turned that fight around.
Yeah, that was
tire as well.
That was honestly huge. Zoning out that entire section so nobody could effectively follow up on that grab. Of course, HD did try with that Riptire, but it got destroyed before he detonated.
Oh, huge uppercut from Love. Takes Gimbo off the map. That's going to be probably
That's
a
good.
reset right there. That's
Yeah,
huge.
that's an instant reset. There isn't really much you can do without your main tank on this map.
They're still positioning here. Oh, Love a little aggressive there. Taken out.
Ooh. Shikami
Tommy
goes for
commits the
a
barrage. Not
Shikami-
gonna finding.
he
Gets
goes for a little bit of an ill-advised ultimate.
Oh, there we go. Big stun. Let's Hutter get the Earth Shatter. And there we go. Blue team now looking a lot more confident now that they've actually managed to take the point. Looking a lot better defending it. And this Doomfist out of Love doing a lot of work. Really unexpected pick.
They are going to have this the Meteor Strike in time for next fight. So let's see if we can get any picks with it. Of course, you also have another self-destruct, and you have Coalescence just to keep people alive.
Hutter gets taken out by the Riptire. Both Coalescences come out. Love not quite able to get HDD. Oh, another self-destruct!
Another huge self-destruct!
Spooky Donut might have just won this round with 2 big self-destructs. It's going to be really difficult for My Chemical Throwmance to make it back to the point.
They do have a Graviton, so if they can get the contests in, they
It doesn't
might be
matter
able to,
because none of them are going to be able to touch. That's it. Shikami not quite able to make it in time. How about that? 2 huge self-destructs out of Spooky Donut.
some fantastic Eva play we saw there. I think we're gonna have to change Spooky Donut's name of the server to Poco, because those were some spicy bombs.
Ah, that's a joke.
I've never told a joke in my life.
Fortunately, I believe Spooky Donut is Australian and not French, so you cannot say that. Alright, so going to the deciding point here.
5, 4,
Blue team.
3,
We'll see. They're showing that Doomfist once again.
round 3.
Pick seems to have really thrown My Chemical Throwmance off guard.
Yeah,
they're still running the same comp with the Brigitte with the Junkrat. Let's see if they can stop this.
We did see Shikami switch off with a Terra onto the Brigitte midway through that last round.
We're going fast and furious. 2 picks coming out to 1 in favor of Blue team.
Once again, My Chemical Throwmance don't seem to have an answer for this Doomfist. He is just running train on their tanks.
Good stuff. Trying to build up that grab. Gonna get punched way out of the fight. Now My Chemical Throwmance trying to get a sneaky cap, but already the Coalescence from Karasu.
Oh, and that was the
Lay out
rally
that
committed
feeling.
and instantly canceled.
This one, there's still 3 members alive, but it should be a 1 fight for Blue team, as long as they can actually get Monaco off of these walls. Finally is gonna go down. Meteor Strike just to confirm the kills. How about this? Blue team looking so almost overmatched in that first round. Now looking really good.
Coming into their own right now. I'm imagining the Doomfist is a comfort pick for them. It is a little bit unorthodox, but it seems to be paying out dividends for them.
This player coming out from HD, taken out from EV. Oh, big grab though from Ristov. Karasu trying to heal through it, not gonna happen. It's too much damage. Spooky Donut still gets 2 more.
It does pick up 2, but unfortunately it's entirely in vain.
Hey, you know what? It's about sending a message.
It absolutely is. It is an intimidation tactic. You know what? We may have lost this fight, but don't forget.
Hey, those 2 are
I'm
gonna
always
have to run back from spawn, and EV trying to get some damage in, but they are gonna make it back safely. Hutter gets stunned, blocks the Earth Shatter. Huge from Hutter.
Let's see if this.
Hutter's trapped. Oh, Love stops the charge with the rocket punch. Hip flash though with the Coalescence, keeping everyone alive. Egon now, Valkyrie has expired.
Seems Gimble's finally gotten the best of the Doomfist. Just finally learned.
Blue team.
Just charge him. Just charge him. There's not much he can do.
Blue team able to get 1. Oh, Hutter tries the Earth Shatter, gets stunned, but gets 2 kills anyway. What is happening? HGD Tire finds nothing. Hutter goes down on the point, but it's still 4 on 2. Love gets the rocket punch, and this is going to be the flip for Blue team. Wow, these plays. What are these plays?
They did have to
Any
use
explanations for these
everything.
plays?
They did have to use almost everything in their ultimate bank to take this point. Shikami's going to have that rally. They're probably going to want to use it just to get back onto the point and then just walk into them and shatter. Let's see what happens.
There's the rally coming out. Chemical Throwmance looking to get onto that point fast and furious.
The shatter doesn't really
Shatter
find
finds
anything.
nothing. Gets uppercut out of the way too. Here comes the Meteor Strike, gets blocked. Sound barrier from Monocro. Love kind of caught out in the middle of the enemy team, but not punished yet. There's a big hammer down from Hutter. Graviton. Oh no, here comes another self-destruct. Gimpo turns the shield out of the way. But it's a 2-on-1. It's just Hutter left alive. And it looks like Throwmance will finally come up with the flip after that Graviton. Man.
Got a slobber now.
Back and forth.
My ultimate is charging.
Blue team used everything they had though, and they might only have one chance to take this one back.
Eraser rain back on the
has the
Let's see.
Riptire. No defensive ultimates to stop it. Another block from Hutter. 2 big blocks, but the triple, the Riptire, and oh, this is not good for the blue team. Everyone's down. See, someone's just gonna have to touch the point. Spooky don't know, gets knocked out.
Karasutango was able to keep the point alive, but it's not going to be much for anything. Eraser Brain on that Tracer, trying to get back onto the fight.
On that Winston, gonna get focused down. And this is just gonna be a matter of time. My Chemical Throwmance. Wow, a really back and forth map, but they are going to take this.
Spooky Donut, just a little bit too late. Unfortunately, the focus fire from My Chemical Throwmance was just a little bit too strong to keep the point stalled for anything longer than that.
Play of the game.
Just that. That's what happens in the My Chemical Throwmance had HDD's Riptire. Blue team had nothing they could do to stop it, really, other than kill it, and they were not able to do it. Just how it goes sometimes.
Epic.
Pure class.
I'm trying to think of people to highlight. I think I want to give a little shout out to Love on that Doomfist. I did wax poetic about that pick a few times already, but it really did seem to be the deciding factor as to why they were able to take the point and hold on to it for as long as they did. My Chemical Throwmance just seemed to be very slow to react to that pick, but once they were able to react to it, that was the key for them to retake the point and ultimately take the map. Looks like we're going on to King's Row next.
That's right. Blue team do drop the first map, so they get the choice of the next map, and they have chosen King's Row. That should be, as always, a lot of fun. A lot of tank-heavy compositions, a lot of Hanzo. A lot of Junkrat, of course. Really, both teams got to be liking that map pick. All right, looks like we are going to keep the same sides. So blue team will remain being the red team. Very happy about that personally.
Rather paradoxically, it makes it a little bit difficult to cast whether people are knowing whether they mean the blue team when you say the blue team, or if you're meaning My Chemical Throwmance, a team that is physically the color blue.
Oh, I mean the blue team, of course.
Ah, of course.
And if you're talking about the physical color, My Chemical Throwmance is, of course, all dressed in black goth outfits. You will notice. Very important.
Ristov did mention before the game that he was dressing in all black and frosting his tips in preparation for these games, so let's hope we can...
That is a good point, and who knows, that might have increased gamer power level.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we are waiting for the teams to ready up. So what do you think? You think we're going to see more of this Doomfist out of Love on King's Row? It is a map where you can definitely do a lot of work with Doomfist to get aggressively on that point, move the Reinhardt out of the way, and really disrupt the defending team.
I think so. I think King's Row is a great map for Doomfist. We saw Bittersteel whip out the Doomfist on their King's Row plays last night, and it seemed to work really well for them. So we're going to see if Love is going to attempt the same thing.
All right. So looks like both teams are ready to go. So we are about to head to King's Row. My Chemical Throwmance up 1-0. Blue team, though, still with a chance.
Now
We were looking a
entering
lot better in
King's
those
Row.
second 2 rounds. So see if they can pull together a win here, or if my Chemical Throwmance are just going to end the series right here.
Very interestingly, we are going to see Love on the Brigida. They're going to run the triple support comp with Water Mercy and Brigida, and then Reinhardt Diva as the tank comp, and then obviously the obligatory Hanzo, as we'll say.
Well, we will see, and everything can change. There's still a lot of time left before the game actually starts.
Yep, they do seem to be discussing their comp a little bit, and they will be switching that Moira to a Zenyatta. And over on My Chemical Throwmance side, we're actually going to be looking at a Junkrat Genji comp with Orisa holding the front lines, and then Moira Mercy as support.
Is pretty interesting. You don't often see the Genji here on defense with the Orisa. Looks like just everyone picking their most comfortable hero here, and that is often the best choice you can make, rather than trying to force something that you're not quite as confident on.
Yeah, definitely. And King's Row is known for being one of those maps where almost anything can work, really. It is a rather well-designed map in that front, in my opinion. And Shikami, as we know, he is a very proficient Genji player, so let's see if he can channel his inner Bittersteel.
2, 1.
Alright, looks like My Chemical Throwmance is going to be holding on this high ground, this strategy, of course, famously used by the Houston Outlaws, you'll note. And we all know what happened there. So, blue team coming out with the Rhine and the Diva. Racerbane trying to land some damage in with the Hanzo, but that shield not going to be able to find something. Very quickly, blue team's going to be taken out here. Not able to get through that shield at all. And just the damage coming through from My Chemical Throwmance. Really solid first defense. We'll see.
Yeah, that just looks like
going to change anything up.
It looked like a little bit of an uncertain engagement. They seem to be a little bit thrown off by the Orisa on the high ground because they didn't really seem to know where they wanted to go. Hanzo walked in front of the shield and then obviously got picked off, and the team fight kind of disintegrated from there.
Really need that Hanzo to be putting out that damage for this kind of team to work. And Shikami goes in. Oh, wow. Big flip strike on the T-Gon. Immediately, once again, taking out the support.
And he whips out the blade. Let's see what he can do with it.
For a
Just
few
looks like
style
everyone's going to
points.
get sliced and diced.
Everyone's going down. But blue team are getting closer to those ultimates. We'll see if they're going to try and use some of them here on this fight, or just save them up for one big push. Does
Of course, you have to pay attention to My Chemical Throwmance as well. HD does have that Riptire, and he is known for being a wizard with that.
He has landed a few Riptires in his day. Throwmance only gonna let Shikami down. Now they're all engaging onto the point. The brawl, big shatter out of Hutter. Doesn't take it now. Finally gets Shikami down. Riptire taken out by EB, and now that rally keeps everyone alive.
Kimo commits a super treasure.
Oh, it's the Spooky Donut, another bomb!
Another huge self-destruct by Spooky Donut. Somebody has to keep an eye on these.
Still 4 people alive here for Throwmance. Ristov's gonna be DMX'd, but Karsu will go down. Riptire.
A very ballsy Riptire, and it gets 3!
But he's the only one left. And This is, well, I don't know. There's Gimbo and Hip Blast coming back, but Gimbo gets charged. All the damage comes in, and with the spawn advantage here,
They are
blue team are probably gonna take.
coming with that Dragon Blade. Oh, he's gonna whip it out.
Dragon Blade. Oh, big shatter from Hutter takes out Monochrome.
Yeah, it just seems like
Well, you know
they're
what?
still committing.
They're still committing this, but look at this. They're taking time off the clock. That can be important. They did commit that Dragon Blade. I don't know if they might want that one back, but definitely got them another 20 seconds at least. Now only about 3 minutes left for blue team to move this payload. Not as much as you would like.
You are right, actually. I did sound a little bit unsure with that play, but it was actually some fantastic stalling. I think my main issue with it was the committing of ultimates into it.
Now, see, blue team has used all their ultimates. This is a fight for Throwmance to be able to win. And Hutter with the charge, not going to find anything. And they are going to be pushed back here. Throwmance looking solid, and they've got 4 ults to use. Shikami already 60% away to another Dragon Blade. This is going to be difficult for blue team to push through. They're going to have to get some of these ultimates used from Throwmance before they can really have a good chance.
Instead, it looks like they're going to be committing that rally into this fight.
Oh, another huge charge from Hutter. Just been... Oh no, the self-destruct from Ristov.
It just seems like this is the day of the huge Diva bombs. Ristov is also saying, you know what? Spooky Donut, I can do that too.
Man, big play from Hutter, but just gets caught looking the wrong way with his shield.
Does look like that
self-destruct.
that signals the disengage. Losing 2 is just a little bit too hard to attack.
Now,
of course, Spooky Donut,
is
of
back
course,
in the mech. Has
he
the
does
self-destruct.
have a self-destruct of his own, so let's see what can come of that. It just seems they have
Oh,
been
big
winning
shatter.
a lot of these. They have been winning a lot
Dragon
of these
Blade
fights.
and the Riptire come out. So there you go. There are all the ultimates used by Chemical Throwmance, but blue team did use some of theirs too. They used the self-destruct, they used the coalescence. Now it's
They
going
do.
to be 3-2 advantage for My Chemical Throwmance in the ultimates.
kindly.
We'll see what they can make. They have the rally up once again. But is that going to be enough? Alright. Racer Brain. Use that McCree. Oh, Ristov just leaves the self-destruct out in the middle of the road. Does take out 2. Once again, blue team are going to have to retreat. They committed the Valkyrie as well. That's could be a problem for them. They keep the rally though. Rally is going to be committed. Get that armor right now. They don't have a lot of time to move to this payload. Rally has to come out now.
Yep, they're just going to have to make it work with whatever they have.
Dropping the Riptire. Taken out by EV, but kills coming in for My Chemical Throwmance. This is probably going to be it. If Karasu left alive on the payload.
Yeah, unfortunately, Moira isn't going to be able to do a whole ton. Moira can stall, but Moira cannot kill an entire team.
Really solid defense out of My Chemical Throwmance there. So they have their win condition for the series. Got to push that payload around the corner.
A rather commanding performance by Throwmance, actually. It seems that blue team struggled to find an answer to Shikami on that Genji. He was farming Dragon Blades. He was using them basically every fight.
All right, so we are going to have a short pause. And once we get the players back in here, we will be ready to resume this map. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I really think that Doomfist would have been a good choice for blue team here. They were, of course, they were running the Orisa on the defense, which is, Orisa was designed to kill Doomfist, as we all know. So they might not have been able to use it on the first point, but once they swapped to the Reinhardt in the streets, it could have done a lot of damage.
Yeah, Gimbo is known for being a very aggressive Reinhardt, and we did see that. Gimbo was landing a lot of crucial pins and getting big shatters on Hutter on the Reinhardt. I think Doomfist would have been a very good choice just to kind of temper that aggression from Gimbo.
And we've seen a lot of aggressive plays from both Reinhardts, a lot of big shatters, a lot of big self-destructs as well. It's been a pretty good day for tank players so far.
Definitely. Sorry about that. Just had to cough a little bit. We are seeing some absolute slobber knockers of team fights. They're very exciting, very good Overwatch, and it is resulting in some very, very good and very close games.
Right, so we're just waiting for Eraser Brain to get back online so we can resume. What do you think? Are blue team going to switch things up on this defense? We're having difficulty moving that payload, but on the other hand, I don't know. They might find it a little easier on the defensive end of things, as they did on Lijiang Tower. Once they had that point, they didn't give it up very easily.
Yes, absolutely. I do think that they're going to have an easier time on defense than on attack. I think their engages have looked a little bit on the scrambled side as far as tank play is concerned. However, on defense, you don't really, the onus isn't on you to engage on the enemies. You wait enemies to engage on you. They are a very solid defensive team, and I think that's going to play into their hands on the defense. We're just going to have to see if My Chemical Throwmance is going to be able to put together a cohesive enough attack to smash the time that the blue team has set.
Of course, Racer Brain does like to run that McCree, that soldier, both heroes that do a lot better when they have one static place where they can stand and really focus on putting out that damage. Okay, looks like we're still waiting for EB to come back online.
On that last offense, were there any particular plays that caught your eye that you wanted to shout out?
I think the one that really stood out to me was Hutter really made a bunch of big earth shatters, especially one on the streets phase, but it was countered by the self-destruct from Ristov behind him, who's not able to get the follow-up damage. And that's what that self-destruct is so useful for, is preventing the other team from being able to execute what their plan really was. Because they just have to run and hide or die.
That's actually something that I kind of failed to capitalize on in my casting before in the last round. That obviously big earth shatters leading into big diva bombs, they can get a lot of kills, but the real value is it's an exploding diva mech. It does 1,000 damage. It's something that you absolutely cannot ignore. So if there is anything else that's going on in that team fight, that anything that's time sensitive, just planting a big old diva bomb just in the middle of it thwarts all of those plans. And I think Ristov did a fantastic job of doing that.
Okay, so Eraser Brain is back in the game, waiting for the ready up from both teams. And then we will be set to resume. All right, looks like both teams are ready, so we are going to be able to finish off this map. Should be pretty exciting. Let's see what happens. So, let's see what blue team are going to run on the defense here. They will forced to show their hand. Let's see, Karasu showing that Pharah. Of course, the My Chemical Throwmance been running that Junkrat and that Genji most of the time. They have not had a lot of counters to that Pharah, but Shikami is showing that Hanzo, which can do a lot of work keeping the Pharah out of the sky.
Yeah, especially with his recent buffs, Hanzo is actually a decent counter to Pharah. At a certain point, his arrows are basically hit scan. But of course, almost hit scan is not hit scan, and My Chemical Throwmance, it seems they do have a little bit of a gap in their hero pool where they don't really play any hit scan heroes. So let's see if Pharah is the pick to be able to sort of exploit that.
What's wrong with the classics?
Absolutely could be. Let's see, Racer Brain on that Hanzo. Of course, famously, EB loves Hanzo and thinks it's great. Just how amazing Hanzo is, and it's really his favorite hero.
The rework was really healthy for the game. I know EB would echo that sentiment heartily.
And My Chemical Throwmance, let's see. Shikami is going to run that Hanzo. Reinhardt Zarya.
Gimbo was throwing us a little bit of a teaser of that somber gameplay, but it looks like he's back on that Reinhardt.
Hutter with the big charge can be bubbled though. Gimbo is taken out. We'll see. Still 5v6. Monaco takes out the mech, but is going to get killed himself.
Oh, Spooky Donut.
Spooky Donut does go down to Total Mayhem, but they will have the res available. Get that mech back. It actually might be better that he did die. Get that mech back.
Shikami and HDD actually quite close to their respective ultimates, which is all you can really ask for in a losing push.
Pretty much everyone with a good amount of ult charge. Not quite going to have any used yet. Hutter another big charge, but is taken out. Sound barrier from Love. Going to keep them alive. Oh, but Love gets charged by Gimbo. Here comes a tire from HDD. Rocket Barrage takes it out, but Karasu hits the fire strike.
They are committing everything they have in this fight. They really don't want to lose it.
There's just no one
wow,
left.
That was a close call.
Karasu trying to lay in that damage. They're not really able to do anything.
Unfortunately, it is just one rocket.
Oh, big shadow from Hutter though.
Hutter might have actually saved this point.
Tracer coming back from EB. Again, Karasu just not contested at all. Pushes them off the point. And until they shoot this Pharah out of the sky, they're not going to be able to take this point. Karasu, another kill on the Gimbo.
Wow, I cannot believe that Karasu stayed alive for that entire time.
Oh, but the grab!
This
is going to be everyone. That's the team kill right there. Wow.
That is putting the stamp on that point. That is an absolute statement right there.
Karasu just a little bit too low to the ground, got stuck in the graviton, and just nothing you can do against that combo.
That is the danger. That is the danger of playing. That is the danger of playing against the Zarya Hanzo combo, as we all have seen on the ladder. There is no consistent counter to that.
Love taken out. Oh, but a big pulse bomb takes out HDD. Now Hutter looking to get aggressive. They don't want that payload to move any farther.
You just get machine gunned down though. Of course, is that
laying in that damage? Spooky Donut lays the self-destruct down. Can be blocked. The rocket barrage Gonna find Shikami.
That might have been all they needed.
But still,
He got past the
the
Valkyrie,
numbers in
so
favor
there's-
of My Chemical
And it looks
Throwmance.
like that is going to start happening.
Love drops the beat, and all of the blue team still alive. Spooky Donut does go down, but Karis is still trying to get these kills on the Pharah. Monaco drops the sound barrier. Tire from HD takes out 2. Dragon Strike gonna clear off the payload. It's just the Pharah and Mercy. Pharah cannot contest the payload from up there.
Unfortunately, if Farah or Mercy did drop down to touch the payload, they would have instantly died just because they have so much damage around that cart.
Play of the game.
Just really well played there from My Chemical Throwmance. Despite the great Pharah play, these ultimates eventually are just too strong. Competitive match, but My Chemical Throwmance looking strong in the end. They will get their first win and a very nice amount of elims from
I was
Ristov.
going to say, I want to point out that kill participation. That is fantastic. Always love to see that.
That is going to do it for this portion of the stream. We've got later on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have No Payload for Old Men versus Potato Potato. And then after the conclusion of that, No Payload will go up against The World is a Beautiful Place, and I Am No Longer Afraid to Feed. Your favorite team, I'm sure.
I know one thing, it's my favorite team. Be sure to check in for those games. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you to RDK for commentary. As always, Mark on the camera. And to both teams, of course. And thank you to all of you for watching, and we'll be back in a while.
See you around at 9 Eastern.